talented play. Remember that?
It was clean.
What?
My players, man, the replay, my players. So, and I got my man Zach Peterson. Once I looked at him, that's my yay or nay guy for the challenges. So it was cool. Everybody felt pretty strongly about it. And like I say, Zach, he's reasonable. If everybody is nodding their head and he's shaking his head, I won't do it. So he's a good one to have over there.
But also just an indication for D'Angelo that yes, your commitment to defense. We want to.
That too, man. It covered a lot of bases. I'll just put it that way. You know?
How was it having that second challenge? To, if you get the first one right, you get to have another one. How different is that this season?
I think it's great, man. It's been great. At some point, hopefully, we progress to having one challenge per half. Whether you use it and lose or use it and get successful or not, but I feel like we should get to a point where we can have one per half. And if you don't use one in the first half, then you just lose it, obviously, and then in the second half you still have one, but we'll see.
Do you feel like because of that, you can be more aggressive, like using the challenge in the first quarter? Because if I get this right, I'm going to have a...
Yeah, but even still, you have to be careful because you can't get caught up in the emotion of a play, a whistle that you think should have gone the other way. So you have to be careful with them, and as much as possible, just in general theory, I like to have that in my back pocket for any type of late game situation.
You delegate ZP to watch the challenges. Who do you delegate, or do you delegate anyone to monitor LeBron's minutes?
Oh yeah, that's shit. All of us, we all do that. But the getting the stat sheet every time out, it really helps in that department. And to go a step further, there's a lot of times where I don't burn through timeouts. So if I know we have to push them like we did in the last game, I like to have timeouts in my back pocket. That way, there's built-in breaks that I can activate.
So when was the 20th anniversary to the day of LeBron's first game in the same city in Sacramento? Do you remember? I guess you were playing for the Pistons then.
Yeah.
Just the hype surrounding that.
Oh man, it was unbelievable. I mean, I think it was a nationally televised game, and he came out and played well, really well. So. It's amazing, man, how time flies. And I wonder if he's aware of that. I'm sure people have hit him up, including yourself, Dave, to remind him. But it's amazing, man, the journey from that point and all of the hoopla, the hype, and the expectations that were placed on him at such a young age, and for him not only surpass him, but just create a whole new world, the LeBron James world where he took everything that and tenfold, and exceeded everyone's expectations. So it's good to see him still here competing at a high level, and I'm sure it'll bring back a lot of memories for him once he's made aware of it.
As a basketball lifer who lived through that and currently coaching the NBA now, can you make any comparison to the Wembanyama show that's going on to what that was?
I mean, it's close, but again, we're just at the outset. The young fella is really, really impressive, what I've seen thus far, and watching him, when he was over in France. But for the most part, it's, he has a long way to go. He definitely has the potential, but, I mean, when you talk about durability, the self-care, the work that's put in, he has the potential. I'll say that again, but time will tell.
What went into the thinking behind starting the season with Cam, presumably over Max? And what have you seen from Cam so far?
Just his size and Max. Max is a part of us. He's going to be a part of us for a long time to come. Still a young player developing. Cam having had more games under his belt. His size, his athleticism. They're both phenomenal basketball players. We just wanted to get a look at what Cam could do at the outset of things.
How have you felt about his play so far?
I think he's been solid. He's done everything we asked him to do. He's had some tough matchups that I feel like he's handled well. And offensively, he's able to stretch the floor. He's able to get offensive rebounds. He's able to finish at the rim. And play really does a great job playing within himself.
With Vando out, do you almost want him to kind of, different players of course, but almost assimilate the same role that Vando brings to the team?
I just want him to be Cam, and that's a guy that he defends multiple positions, smart basketball player, A lot of size on the perimeter, able to navigate screens defensively better than a lot of people I've seen. And again, he has a good three-point shot and he's athletic, so he gets stuff done in the paint as well. So just want him to continue to buy into the system, which he has, and continue to be himself.
Coach, since we're talking about defense, Christian Wood in that last 3 minutes, looking back at the film, how did you like him, having a bigger defender out there, kind of, disrupting KD a little bit at the end of that game?
I loved it, man. Just the ability for him, AD, Bron, those guys to be able to switch on and off of AD, and Christian being the initial defender on ball. I was happy for him, and he's only going to get better on that side. And that's one of the things he and I talked about when we signed him. And he, initiated the process of telling me that I want to be great on that side of the ball. He can rebound. Sean, he got 6 tough defensive rebounds in that quarter. Definitely can score, but the defensive thing that's going to take his game to a whole different level.
Just one more on Cam. You guys talked about the 9-month journey on Media Day, when you and Robin spoke to us before Media Day, and how every guy is going to be needed. Did the Vando heel situation open up a lane for Cam earlier on in the rotation, maybe than would have been there for him?
I believe so. I mean, only, you can hypothetical. That's hypothetical, speculative, but at the end of the day, it's a next man up mentality. So Vando being out, obviously we had to search for someone to eat up those minutes and see if this is the early part of the year. So we're still formulating what we have and who can help where, what combinations fit together.
It's obviously really early, but it seems like Austin hasn't quite found the rhythm that he had, in the playoffs and also for Team USA. What have you seen from him?
Someone that's just working the same, working even harder, and if there's anybody I'm going to bet on that's going to find his rhythm, that's Austin. He'll be okay, trust me.